Child marriage not only violates the human rights of girls, but also greatly threatens their lives, education, and future prospects. When girls are married, they are expected to begin childbearing while still children themselves, with pregnancy-related complications being a major cause of death for adolescent girls in the developing world. In Mozambique, a country with one of the highest rates of child marriage and maternal mortality in the world, efforts are underway to ensure all young girls enjoy their right to equality.
Mozambique has seen remarkable growth since the end of its 20-year civil war, but not all its citizens are participating in the country's new opportunities. 15-year-old Ilse Gwambe is one of those who are left behind.
I met that boy and I got pregnant.
Ilse, then just 13 years old, was unable to continue school, and her life was about to change irrevocably.
After my baby was born, my parents sent me to live at my boyfriend's parents' place. I was insulted by his parents. I wasn't welcome at all.
In Mozambique, more than half of all young girls are married before the age of 18, one of the highest rates of child marriage in the world. Most are expected to become mothers soon after. The UN Population Fund, UNFPA's regional director, Bettina Maas.
The potential development of the girl is interrupted. The girls have less opportunities for education, they have less opportunities for economic integration and employment, they have less opportunities to have integration in the community as a young woman.
In Mozambique's remote areas, many women and adolescent girls deliver their babies at home with no access to medical care. When there are complications, they risk developing a devastating injury called obstetric fistula, which occurs during prolonged labor without medical attention. Those affected are left with chronic incontinence, and in most cases, a stillborn baby. 16-year-old Asita Malanga was just 14 when she got pregnant. With her young husband away working in South Africa and the nearest clinic 2 hours away, she had no choice but to give birth alone. But there were complications and no medical care on hand to help.
After the delivery, my baby was very weak and died. I called for help. I was very upset, and I realized that I couldn't walk.
Asita had developed a fistula. Over 2,000 new cases are reported annually in Mozambique.
These child marriages are a big problem because the girls are just not prepared for pregnancy. Not only are their bodies not ready, but they are also not able to make the best choices for the baby.
Dr. Michake Martin Tembe has recently been trained in fistula repair as part of the UNFPA coordinated campaign to end fistula. In the first 3 months of 2013, Dr. Tembe had already treated almost 20 fistula patients, many of them, like Asita, still in their teens. But many women affected by fistula never receive medical attention and can be ostracized by their communities and even their own families.
Well, UNFPA supported the Ministry of Health to develop a national fistula strategy, laying out how to prevent fistula, but it also works on how to reintegrate the girls into society once they're operated.
If I get better, I hope I can have children one day. I'd come to the clinic so that I could have assistance and deliver my baby in better conditions. That's what I hope for.
And she may get her wish. After successful surgery, many women can resume a full life and bear children. Yet child marriage continues to impact young women's lives across Mozambique. UNFPA is helping challenge these practices in the hope that all women and girls may soon gain full access to health, education, development, and finally to equality.
All I want is to go back to school. I don't want to return to my husband. I suffered a lot, and what I went through there was way too much. After school, I will be able to have profession and move on my own.
This report was produced by Guy Hubbard for the United Nations.